Staff of Glade Speedway welcome you to Great Tools Night and the final points races of the 1995 season in both the Budweiser Sportsman Division and the Citywide and Messenger Street Stock Division. On the grid now for the first qualifying heat this evening. Top three cars will qualify for the feature, the Budweiser Sportsman Division. In the 93, Phil Hebert. Inside in the 14, it's Elsie Beeman, and Paul Jorgensen has the 4th spot. Aaron Lewis is in the 30, and outside Jim Dunham in the 44. Inside in the 12 is Donald Collette, and outside is Doug White. In the 3 car, we have Norm Dryden, and rounding out the field in the 53, Bobby Frazier. Green flag will be up from our starter, Ken Brace, this time around for the final points event of the season. We're going to go racing. Winifred Burnham on top. Bobby Frazier outside in the 93. Around goes Norm Dryden in the 3 car. Tough break for the rookie. Remember, the top 3 cars in this first qualifying heat will gain feature entrance spots. Dryden gets it back up to speed down the front straightaway as Burnham continues to lead in the 94 car. All bunched up in 1-2. Burnham and Frazier on top. On that. Phil Hebert is in the 93 car. A lot of smoke from the 14 as he hits turn 1. Burnham gets loose and hits the wall along with Hebert in the 93 car. Hebert hung up in turn 2. Burnham has dropped all the way to the back of the field as they take the caution this time around. The field will have to be realigned. The 93 car is hung up on the wall. Nowhere to go, and the 94 got loose in the turn, pushing the 93 to the outside. Again, Walker Products, as well as AC Delco and GM Parts. Check out Robert K. Bazell. Limited. Head office is in Moncton, 21 Driscoll Crescent. We're going to have a green flag this time by for Elsie Beeman in the 14. As he has the top spot, Paul Jorgensen on the outside. A green flag. Winifred Burnham relegated to the rear of the field. Will have to work her way back through traffic to get back up to the top spot. Elsie Beeman has a lock on that right now, with Paul Jorgensen challenging to the outside. Elsie Beeman with the lead this time. Top 3 to the feature, and right now Jim Dunham's on the bubble in the 3rd spot. This time around, 5 down, 5 to go. Jim Dunham now looking to move up into the 2nd position, gets low on Jorgensen. This is allowing Beeman to move away with the lead. A couple car lengths extended now. The 30 car of Lewis may try to follow Dunham through as Collette tries to make it 3 wide down the front chute. Jim Dunham getting high, pushing Jorgensen to the outside. Now Jorgensen on the bubble in the 3rd spot. Jim Dunham has moved into 2nd and now try to track down the 14 of Elsie Beeman. Two to go this time. 8 down, 2 to go for Elsie Beeman in the Mountain Maintenance 14. Jim Dunham is 2nd, Paul Jorgensen 3rd as they take the popsicle sticks. And Aaron Lewis is in 4th place right now. Has to advance a position to qualify for the feature. Donald Collette trying to make a move low on the 30 car. A white flag one more time for Elsie Beeman in the 14. Thomas trying to gain some ground, closing in on Jorgensen in turn 3. They'll have to get by the 99 to qualify for the feature as LC Beeman takes home the victory in the first qualifying heat this evening. Doug White and Donald Collette get together after the finish. Something severely wrong with the 92 car, possibly, as he got all out of shape down the front chute. LC Beeman, the Mountain of Maintenance, Clark's towing car, will take the checkered flag for his victory lap. The Citywide Courier and Messenger Street Stocks will be next up in competition this evening as they bring their cars around to assume their starting order. As he comes to a stop, let's have a good hand for LC Beeman driving the 14 car. The driver's last chance this evening in the Sportsman Division to take home a victory, and LC Beeman does good on that, taking home the win in the first qualifying heat. The Street Stocks will be on hand again tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m. for a 200-lap endurance race. The final 3 cars in order are probably new to you this season. The 3 car is Brian Constantine, the 42 is Bill McLean, and the 03 is Rick Constantine. A push from the Taylor's Auto Body General Repair Hook, and Brian Chappell will bring his car around, see if he can get it fired up. It's Gray Tools Night at River Glade Speedway. We've got Gray Tools giveaways all night long. Be sure to fill out the Gray Tools. So just like that, Jim Tays is beamed into the driver's seat of the 4 car. And the 15 is Terry Allen. They hold down the front row, and they'll be seeing green from our starter, Ken Brace, this time by Citywide Courier and Messenger Street Stock Division. Now they're ready to go. We're going to go racing. A lot of smoke coming from one of those cars. I believe that's the 15. Jim Tays trying to get around the outside of the 15. Terry Allen holding down the lead that time by 3 wide down the front chute and into turn 1. Someone's got to give here. 3 wide, they all get by. Brian Constantine in the 3 on the outside there, taking a chance but making it work. Eugene Wiggle once again off the track in the infield. As Terry Allen continues to lead, Boucher in the 78 has moved up to 2nd position. The smoke, I guess, is coming from the 4 car of Jim Tays. He's dropped back to 3rd. Brian Constantine working the traffic, looking for 3rd. Side by side for top spot, Bob Boucher in the 78. The Atlantic Compressed Air car moving down low, looking for the lead. They're coming up on the slower car of Wiggle. And Boucher gets by. Boucher assuming the lead. Taking it away from Terry Allen. Rick Constantine all over the track in turn 3. Very loose as he hits turn 1. Sideways out of turn 2. Halfway this time. We're 5 down, 5 to go for Bob Boucher in the 78. Brian Constantine looking to make a move for 2nd. He's to the outside of Allen in the 15. And down the back chute, he makes a successful bid for 2nd place. Bob Boucher clear sailing right now in the D&D Racing Team car. A lot of smoke coming from the car in turn 1. Billy McLean now in the 42 is moving to the outside of Allen in the 15, looking for 3rd. 18 of Tim Strike got sideways, allowing Rick Constantine to move around. Now they're side by side at the tail end as Bob Boucher will see 2 to go this time. And Strike gets sideways again, coming out of 2. Bob Boucher with the lead. And off the course is Rick Constantine in the 0-3, hung up in turn 4. We're going to see a white flag this time for Boucher in the 78. Constantine looking for a place to move back on the field, spins the dirt coming out of the turn, and he's back on the grid. And for a checkered flag, through the dust comes Bob Boucher in the 78, side by side for second. And Brian Constantine managed to hold on for the number 2 position, holding off Billy McLean's late challenge. And Bob Boucher, former feature winner this season, Fundy Oxygen and Sign Works sponsor that car, as well as RusCheck. And he takes home the victory in the first street stock qualifier tonight. Happy birthday to Betty Charters from her family. She says she'll be 29. But she's been watching racing at River Glade for longer than that. Betty Charters, happy birthday. Happy 29th birthday. Again. Let's have a good hand for Bob Boucher in the 78 car. He gets acknowledgement from his fans this evening and takes home the victory in the first qualifying heat. Field down the back chute. Possibly have a green next time by. As they come out of turn 4, firing them up, green flag. This time, we're going to go racing. Joel Parsons on top, Adam Pond outside. Adam Pond currently 9th in points. Is pushed back into 2nd place. Joel Parsons with the early command out of 4. Pond looks down low, trying to get the lead away from Parsons. Taking the low way around. A little too low for Pond in the 78 that time as he hit the curbing in the turn 2. Bob Charters making a bid for second now, going outside Pond's car. Tight action back in the pack between Todd Turner, Duke, and Godfrey in the 8. John Godfrey currently 6th in the points. Trying to advance some positions tonight, trying to work his way through the field. Joel Parsons stretching out his lead on Adam Pond, coming through the turns one more time. Todd Turner in the 09, getting underneath Doug Hill in the 62. Now they're side by side, down the back chute and into the turn. Halfway, 5 down and 5 more to go for Joel Parsons in the 24. Todd Turner still challenging the 62. Hard into turn 1. Hill has to back off the throttle as he gets up high. Allows Turner to go by. Now John Godfrey's also making a bid to pass Hill down low. Oh, they get together. Biddington and Hill. That time down the front chute. A lot of contact made there. Joel Parsons still with the lead. Doug Hill dropping back position after position. John Godfrey trying to look for a way around Todd Turner in the 09. Only a couple laps left though, 2 to go. This time for Joel Parsons. Right now the battle's for second. Adam Pond and Bob Charters. In tight right now. Bob Charters was right on the back bumper of Adam Pond. Seems to have backed off somewhat now as Turner looks for a way on Charters. No room to go low with 1 to go for Joel Parsons. Biddington and Godfrey side by side now for 5th. The top three qualify for the feature. And right now, Bob Charters has the third position, holding off the challenge from Turner. Joel Parsons with the victory. Crossing the stripe, Adam Pond comes home second. Bob Charters was third. Todd Turner will have to try to qualify later on, finishing fourth. And a tight battle between Steve Biddington and John Godfrey, side by side, as they finished up that event. Joel Parsons in the Parsons Enterprises Chevrolet will take his victory lap. Don't forget to get your 50-50 tickets from the Salisbury Lions Club. I believe the tickets are still available down by the start-finish line. 3 for $1 from the Salisbury Lions Club. We gave away lots of money the last couple of weeks and all season long from the Salisbury Lions Club. We thank them for their services here at Glade Speedway. And no one thanks them like the winner, so get your ticket. You'll have a chance to win tonight. Let's have a good hand for Joel Parsons. For the victory in the 24 car, the Budweiser Sportsman Division. 17 inside of row 3 is Lee Strite, the point champion in 1992. Outside in the 00. Green flag for Glade in his backup car. He cracked the heads in his car last evening, and he's driving his backup car tonight. He won the feature last week at Glade Speedway. We'll see what he can do in this other automobile. Josh Gosselin has assumed the lead this time. And running tail end right now in the 28 car, your point champion for 1995, Dave Oblinus. Nothing to prove now, but he's a racer at heart, and he's going to move his way through the field. Gosselin gets a bit loose that time. The last stays right on his bumper. Glade gets very high in the turn, making room for Potter to get low on him coming down the front chute. Steve Potter taking over second from Azor Gallant in the 20. Josh Gosselin has the top position right now over Potter and Gallant. Gets sideways in turn 2. All the other cars get by, no problem. And the backup car is backed up all the way to the back. Josh Gosselin with the lead. Steve Potter second. That puts Charlie Lewis into the third place. Derek Smith has now moved up to fourth, and Lee Strite is fifth, being challenged by Beeman to the outside. Less than halfway to go now for Josh Gosselin driving the 62 car. They're all bunched up at the back of the field between Strite, Beeman, Quinlan, and Oblinus. Tight action back in the pack. As Josh Gosselin will see 2 to go this time. 8 down, 2 to go. The Citywide Courier Messenger Street Stock Division. Steve Potter still in second. Charlie Lewis third. Josh Gosselin sees the white flag. Looking to move into fifth place is Dave Oblinus going around the outside of the 92 car. And Josh Gosselin with a relatively easy run to the win. Gets sideways out of 4. Josh Gosselin in the Ideal Auto Body car takes home the victory. Charlie Lewis holds off Smith for third place. Dave Oblinus moved up into fifth. tonight. Happy anniversary today to Terry and Laura Charters, spending their anniversary at the Speedway. Happy anniversary. And tomorrow it's Pat and Shelley's anniversary. Happy anniversary to our promoters. Josh Gosselin with his victory run around the four corners. Don't forget to run down to the canteens. Pick up your chicken burgers, hamburgers, cheeseburgers, french fries, coffee, fish burgers, onion rings. Too much to mention. They've got great Coca-Cola products as well. Third qualifying heat for the Budweiser Sportsman Division. Steve Rogers on the point. Daryl Nicholson second. The second row is Tim Rogers and Gary McLean. Square door. Green flag. We're going to go racing. Every position represents a point out there in this qualifying heat. And the 13 wants to stay ahead of the 85. He needs to make up 42 points tonight to have a chance at the championship. But Steve Rogers with the early lead. Tim Rogers second. Daryl Nicholson is in third. Sears looking to move ahead in the field. Ken McKenzie right on his tail as they go along. Gary McLean following his brother Bill through traffic. Steve Rogers still at the lead. Tim Rogers second. Roger Sears making up positions, but Ken McKenzie is staying right on his tail. And that strategy will play into his hands for a championship this season. As long as he doesn't lose points to Sears, he's going to be all set for the championship. But right now, it's Steve Rogers with the lead. Tim Rogers continuing in second position. This time around, we're 5 complete, 5 to go. Halfway for Steve Rogers in the 42. Sideways goes Gary McLean in the 43. Gets her fired again. Spins the tires a little and down the front chute. McLean getting all loose in the turn. Steve Rogers continuing to lead the event. Roger Sears with 2 positions on McKenzie currently. Terry Charters sitting back in the 6th looking on as this develops. Steve Rogers with the lead. For Steve Rogers and the Ed Floyd Excavating 42. Holding their positions all throughout the race. Rogers, Tim Rogers, and Daryl Nicholson. A white flag lap. One more time around the 4 turns for Steve Rogers in the 42. Ken McKenzie trying to get around McLean on the outside as Terry Charters gets down low on McKenzie. Giving McLean a little tap in the rear that time. Checkered flag for Steve Rogers in the 42. Gary McLean rounds out the field as he crosses the stripe. So Steve Rogers with the win, taking home the 3rd qualifying heat this evening in the Budweiser Sportsman Division. The finish in that event, Steve Rogers in the 42 finished first. Tim Rogers in the 33 was second. Daryl Nicholson was third. Back and forth was Roger Sears in the 13. And 5th place was Billy McLean in the 40. Let's have a good hand for Steve Rogers, taking home the win tonight. Terry Allen will be driving the 15. Outside in the 4 is Jim Tays. I believe he's from the Fredericton area. There's lots of new drivers on hand because tomorrow there's a 200-lap endurance race at 2 p.m. Tomorrow, that's Labor Day. Be sure to be here at 2 p.m. for the 200-lap endurance, followed by the Wreckham race, the last race of the season. And I'll call out the 50-50 winning number later on as well if you didn't get it that time. Out of turn 4. For green flag racing action, Terry Allen on top, Jim Tays outside. We're going to go racing. Jim Tays jumps to the early lead, going ahead of the Allen car. Jason Power making a move for second, going down low on Allen in the 15. Jim Tays with command right now. Jason Power trying to move to second. Joey McLean, having unstrapped himself in the last event, is back out on the grid. Took him a while to switch cars there. He's in the 42. Into the wall goes Allen in the 15. Doesn't manage to collect anyone that time. And we've got a black flag. A 15 of Allen pushed to the wall as the caution comes down. Allen sits high and dry on the back chute. He gets his car refired. We'll try to rejoin the event. Possible to pass him. You can gain 15 points with a feature win. Check your program on the score sheet, a complete list of how the points are awarded this evening, and you'll be able to keep track of the points race as it develops. And you'll know as soon as we do who our 1995 Budweiser is second position after hitting the wall. It's not his fault, and we had a caution, so he moves back up to second. Tays setting the pace out of 4. Green flag for Jim Tays in the 4. Jim Tays with a 3-car length advantage, closed up by Matt Hughes in the 43. Brian Constantine, another good run. He's up to 3rd now in the 3-car. Jim Tays and Matt Hughes, 1 and 2, qualifying heat. And Bob Boucher gets down low on Brian Constantine as they hit turn 1. Matt Hughes making a bid for the lead. Hughes and Tays side by each, down the back chute. Matt Hughes takes over the lead. He does that just in time to see the halfway marker. We're 5 down, 5 to go in the citywide Courier and Messenger Street Stock Division. Boucher now making a move under Tays, looking for second spot. Tays will be moved back to 3rd and maybe 4th if Brian Constantine could get in there as well. Matt Hughes with the lead, stretching it out on Bob Boucher. The 78 car continues to have a lot of smoke coming from the rear of the car. Doesn't affect his performance, however. He's second right now. Matt Hughes on top, Bob Boucher second, and Brian Constantine in 3rd place. Down, 2 to go next time for Matt Hughes in the 43, the Hughes Home Construction car. Matt Hughes with a big lead on Bob Boucher as he sees the white flag for one more trip around. for a victory tonight. The last points night in the street stock division. He looks to be all hooked up. He'll be ready for the feature later. And tomorrow's 200 lap endurance race. Matthews with the victory. The Rogers in point 43. The 78 of Boucher comes on second, and it's Brian Constantine third. With the win this evening in the street stock division. Aaron Lewis outside, Donald Collette is third, and outside is Doug White in the 92. Those are your top four as they come out of turn 4 for a green flag. We're going to go racing. Burnham quickly drops back to second as Aaron Lewis goes around. A longtime campaigner at Glade Speedway, Aaron Lewis, takes over command in the early going. Burnham is third as Doug White gets around to the outside. Three wide out of turn 4, Burnham, Collette, and Duke. As Winifred is dropping back. Aaron Lewis with the lead. Doug White challenging for that top position. Aaron Lewis and Doug White stretching it out over Doug Hill in the 62. Aaron Lewis in the 30 with the lead. Doug White is second in the 92. And Doug Hill looks on from his third spot. Lewis and White, 1-2. Crossing the stripe one more time. White giving it all he has to challenge for the lead. Lewis and Doug White. Your top two at the halfway point. 5 down, 5 to go. Doug White challenging low out of turn 4. Aaron Lewis has the lead at the line. White challenging again in turn 1. Looking for the low way around. Trying to get by Lewis in the 30. Once again, through turn 4, Doug White gets loose. They can't hold underneath of Lewis in the 30. Do you have some tickets for me? Okay. Aaron Lewis and Doug White, 1-2. It's a two-horse race right now as Doug Hill is a long ways back in third. Lewis and White. Takes the 2 laps to go mark. 2 more times around. That's all that Doug White has to get around Lewis. Oh, to the outside. Lewis gets real slow in the back shoe. Doug White takes over the lead. A lead change with the second last lap. Doug White with the lead now. Lewis looking for a way around White. And just like that, they find themselves reversed. Down the back shoe. Doug White with the lead. Lewis making a bid at the checkered. Out of turn 4, Doug White takes home the win. Tight battle for 4th. Dan Duke holds off Donald Collette for 4th. If you let up for one moment, victory will slip out of your hands, as it did for Aaron Lewis. Doug White will take a well-deserved victory lap around the 4 turns, and he's qualified for the feature. holding the checkered flag high down the back chute. Doug White will bring it home. Let's have a good hand for Doug White. Win.
Right on, kid.
Very happy Mark Luce. We just made his weekend and maybe his whole summer. Pit crew on the 14 in the street stock division takes home the 50-50 draw. And he'll watch his driver move to the front in this event as they take the green flag with Josh Gosselin on top. Steve Potter outside. Charlie Lewis is third. And Lee Streit is in fourth place. Out of turn 4, crossing the line, Gosselin and Potter are side by each into turn 1. Gosselin gets sideways, manages to keep control of his car, but unfortunately the lead slips away to Steve Potter in the 5. Potter in the 5, the Marshall Cabinets car from Salisbury, taking over the lead from Gosselin. They're tight back in the field for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th place. Charlie Lewis right now is in 3rd. Derek Smith behind in 4th. Right beside Streit in the 17 car. Potter, Gosselin, 1-2. Just like the last race, a 2-car pack has broken away from the rest of the field. And they'll battle each other through the last 5 laps of this one. Potter and Gosselin, 1-2, with halfway, 5 down and 5 more to go. Steve Potter in the Chevelle, in the 5 car. Is currently leading with 4 to go this time. Gosselin making a bid for the lead, goes down low. Can't make a move down low that time in turn 1 as Potter stayed down on the inside. Gosselin wants that low line and tries to move up on the bumper of the 5 car. Gosselin giving everything he has. The 00 gets loose that time out of turn 4. Circuits complete, 2 more to go for Steve Potter in the 5. Josh Gosselin still challenging for the lead. Dave Ovlenis moving up to 5th place, getting low on Derek Smith in the 00. Will we see a repeat of what happened in the last event? Gosselin is in 2nd place, looking for a way around the 5 with 1 more time around. 4 more turns for Stephen Potter in the 5. Josh Gosselin now making his bid for the win. Moving to the outside in turn 3. Josh Gosselin in the 62 on the outside of Potter out of 4. Steve Potter takes it home. Josh Gosselin 2nd. Charlie Lewis in 3rd. Your top 3, Steve Potter, Josh Gosselin, and Charlie Lewis. Gosselin takes home the win in the citywide Courier and Messenger Street Stock Division. Pee-wee fans, be sure to get your ballot in the ballot box. You'll have a chance to win that great bicycle on display in front of the flag stand. It's brought to you by Eastern Sports out of Moncton. Coming to the line, the quick 5 of Steve Potter. A Marshall Cabinet Chevelle out of Salisbury. Are you like a proprietor of the old? And Paul Rowan will be making the draw for the Eastern Sports bicycle for 1995. So Pee Wee fans, here it comes. This is what you've been waiting for all season long.
I'm a Pee Wee.
Ladies and gentlemen, in particular children, the Pee Wee fan, the winner of the Eastern Sports bicycle is
Kyle Jensen from Salisbury.
Kyle Jensen from Salisbury.
We got to get his bike.
You are going to be going home with a beautiful new 5-speed BMX mountain bike from Eastern Sports. And I think he's excited, and his whole family sure is.
Bring it right out here in the crowd.
Just to pass along, his favorite driver is also a winner tonight. He's going to walk away with the Street Stock Championship, Dave Oblinus. It's not too late, Pee Wee fans. We're still going to draw for tonight's Pee Wee Fan of the Night, which will be a separate draw being held. Kyle Jensen, a very excited young boy, gets his photograph taken just like all the big race car drivers.
I suppose you want to make a lap around the track now, eh?
Are you excited that you won the bicycle?
Yeah.
Were you hoping you'd win?
Yeah.
Do you want to take a victory lap around the track on your new bike?
No.
Perhaps when you're a little older, you'll be able to join these gentlemen and race a race car. Would you like that?
Yeah.
What number would you be?
I don't know.
Congratulations on your new bicycle.
Here you go. Is that your mom?
And a great interview as well. Let's have a good hand for Kyle Jensen as he takes his bicycle home tonight.
Yeah. Brent. You want to meet him down there? See him? I didn't see him.
The driver's just checking now to make sure. Stay tuned, Pee Wee fans. We'll be having your draw very shortly this evening for the Pee Wee Fan of the Night. We'd like to congratulate all the winners we've had this evening, as well as all season long, both on the track and in the grandstands. The driver's giving a wave. Appears everything's A-okay. We may have a start as soon as they're lined up. The driver's just warming up their tires now, getting ready for competition. John Godfrey has the 8 on the point. The quick 5 is Mike Arsenault. In the 11 is Steve Biddington, and Jim Duke has the 1 car. The 43 is Gary McLean, and it's all brothers in that row with Billy McLean outside in the 40. Dave Mullins in the 55. Terry Charters has the 6.
Where's the 13 car?
The 85 is Ken McKenzie. Top 4 cars going to the feature. Top 4 cars will go to the feature. They got a green flag, and they're out racing with John Godfrey on top in the 8 car. John Godfrey with cars side by side following him down the front chute. The 8 car slips to the outside. Biddington moves down low in the 11. John Godfrey, Steve Biddington fighting for the lead. Billy McLean looking for a spot in the feature. Has to get by the 1 or the 5 car. The 5 has dropped back to 4th. That's on the bubble right now. Billy McLean goes down low on Arsenault. Side by side for top position out of 4. Steve Biddington has Godfrey as they cross the line that time into 1. Biddington gets sideways. Tapped from the rear by Godfrey. Terry Charters gets into the car as well. The 5 car loses his right rear tire rather. And your point leader, Ken McKenzie, heading to the pit area. Some serious damage to the 85 car. Lots of drivers involved there. This could play into the hands of the drivers chasing the 85 as he's headed pit side. Ken McKenzie looking for his pit stop, pulls in hot over in the pit area. Lots of people running to help him make repairs on that car. We'll see just how many drivers are able to rejoin the field in this event. Perhaps the best news for McKenzie right now is that it's going to take a couple minutes to get the 5 car removed from the grid. He may be able to rejoin the field without losing a lap. And the 85 car of Ken McKenzie, trying to track down a point title tonight, is not in very good shape right now. Cleanup truck is out on the track doing its last minute work, and we'll have the field realigned momentarily. In the 85, he sure got a break there. Able to stay it without losing a lap. And it looks like we're going to have a green flag this time. Jim Duke in the 1 on top. Auto turn 4. We're going to go racing. Ken McKenzie, keep your eye on the 85 as he looks to move into the top 4 and get a feature position. That would almost put a lock on his chances for a points title if he can get into the main feature. Out of 4, Jim Duke in the 1. Terry Charters has moved into second place. And Ken McKenzie, looking for that 4th spot, goes low on Bill McLean into turn 3. Halfway, we're 5 down, 5 to go for Jim Duke in the 1. McKenzie now looking to move under Mullins for the 3rd position. McKenzie and Mullins into turn 3 and out of turn 4 side by side. Your top 4 to the feature, and right now Jim Duke is in first. Terry Charters second. McKenzie and Mullins side by side. Mullins with more power down the chute. McKenzie pulls around coming out of the turn. Charters is holding him up now. Hard to tell who had the advantage that time across the line. They were almost side by side at a dead heat. 2 to go this time. 2 more times around for Jim Duke in the 1. McKenzie and Mullins still battling side by side for the 3rd place. Bill McLean with an excellent run last night at Miramichi City Speedway. Can't get around to get into the feature here tonight. 1 more time for Jim Duke. Jim Duke in first. Terry Charters in second. Now Mullins moving around Charters. Mullins hits the wall hard in turn 3. Top 4 to the feature. Steve Bidding to the outside. Takes on the 4th spot. Terry Charters came home second. Jim Duke was first. Mullins hung up in turn 4. The feature position slipped away just like that. Mullins moving around in his car appears to be A-OK right now as Jim Duke, being a very gentlemanly driver, stops to make sure his competitor's all right before coming around to take the checkered flag. St. John ambulance on hand just to check out the driver as he climbs out of his car on his own power. Just a precautionary measure from the St. John ambulance as they come out to check out Dave Mullins. Tough luck for Dave Mullins. He had a feature position locked up on the last lap, but hit the wall hard in turn 3. Dirt Diggers Excavation Limited for all your excavation needs. Contact Donnie Pond or Lisa Pond. Their cellular numbers are in the program. Telephone 372-4488 on the Trans-Canada Highway. Dirt Diggers Excavation Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a good hand for Jim Duke in the 1 car. Bringing the Steel Mart Atlantic Bolt and Screw Monte Carlo home to victory tonight in the Sportsman Division. Climbs out of his car to have his photo taken. And we'd like to thank each and every Pee Wee fan that entered the ballot box this season for a chance to win. And we invite you to come back with us next year and enjoy lots of great racing action. And there'll be multiple chances for you to be the Pee Wee fan of the night. The more times you're here, the better chance you have to win. Out of turn 4, Archie Damon in the 14, leads the morale. Paul Jorgensen outside, we're going to go racing. Elsie Beam and Paul Jorgensen, side by side, 1 and 2. Final turn 4, still side by side, Beeman and Jorgensen crossing the stripe. Field stretching itself out somewhat down the back shoes. They come through the turn. Roger Sears wants to move through the field to at least match Mackenzie's performance in the last semi to keep the points pace with him. Sears right now back in the field. Love Charters down low on the 44 car. No room to go around. Elsie Beeman still leading, Jorgensen second. Charters and Parsons side by side for 4th. Exciting racing action for cars already qualified for the feature tonight. Al Jorgensen is down low on Beeman. The 24 of Parsons makes a little contact with the wall. Halfway, 5 down, 5 to go for Paul Jorgensen, now in command of the Budweiser Sportsman Conti. On Grey Tools night, Paul Jorgensen looking for a victory. Paul Jorgensen in command. Jim Dunham now looking for a second, goes low on Elsie Beeman into turn 1. Beeman dropping back very quickly. Could be problems on that car as Adam Pond moves into 4th. Again, these cars are already in the feature. Jorgensen on top, Jim Dunham second. Bob Charters with a strong run has moved up to 3rd. Adam Pond is 4th. Only a couple more chances to get a win this season in the Sportsman Division for these drivers. And they'd love to do it here. Paul Jorgensen in the 99 has command. Steve Rogers winning earlier tonight. He's way at the back now. It doesn't look like he's going to do it with only 1 to go this time. Paul Jorgensen, the Midway Kenworth 99. One more time. Through the turn, Jorgensen with command. Jim Dunham second. Bob Charters is 3rd. Rounding out your top 4, we have Adam Pond in the 78. Out of turn 4, checkers are down for Paul Jorgensen. Paul Jorgensen with the win. Jorgensen will take his victory tour around the Speedway.
Yeah, you want to do that?
Going to draw for the Eastern Sports Speedway Fan of the Night. And we're going to surprise some fan here and get him to make the draw for us. This event, they'll be taking place in the feature later on. Winifred Burnham on top. Donald Collette outside and Norm Dryden in the 3. Todd Turner has a 0-9 out of turn 4. We're going to go racing! Donald Collette wasting no time, moving in front of Burnham. The 94 car drops to 3rd as Todd Turner goes around. And now the 94 Winifred Burnham is on the bubble. Donald Collette leading them around. Little feature action, Gray Tools, little feature in the Budweiser Sportsman Division. Todd Turner is 2. John Godfrey now moving into 3rd. Burnham has dropped back. Bill McLean looking for that entrance to the feature for the last time this season. Has to get around the 8 car. Right now, that's the battle you've got to watch. The 8 and the 40 car. That's for the last entrance position to the feature. Second, and Billy McLean looking for the long way around, makes some contact with the 8 car. The 8's already seen a fair bit of fender bending action tonight. Almost got spun again. Out of turn 4, Donald Collette. Commanding the little feature. Todd Turner looking for 1st. Making a challenge. Billy McLean has moved to 3rd. John Godfrey pushed out of the big feature so far. Billy McLean moving into that 3rd spot. So close, but so far for Godfrey right now. He's got to get around the 40. Halfway this time, 7 down, 8 to go, little feature. Really close up front, no one's running away with this one. Donald Collette's got the lead, but he's being challenged by Todd Turner and Bill McLean. Donald Collette. A mirror full of Todd Turner. He tries to go around the outside. That might be a mistake. Billy McLean moving down low, trying to get under the 09. The 30 car moving under the 09 out of turn 4. Turner gets high. Turner now stuck in the high groove, but keeping pace with McLean. Chance of a point title fades from Gary McLean's hands in the 43. He can't get around the John Godfrey car and his brother in the 40. He's got to do that to get into the big feature. Donald Collette still leading. Todd Turner moves to the outside on the 12. For Donald Collette, 13 down, 2 to go. The 12 car on top. Billy McLean has now moved into 2nd place. John Godfrey can almost smell 3rd position. He's got to get around the 09 now. Drop 3 to the feature. Collette, McLean, Turner, and Godfrey fighting for it right now. 1 to go. John Godfrey has to get around the 09. Winifred Barham, the slower car, is now in front of your leaders as they cross the line. Donald Collette with the win. Bill McLean second. Todd Turner comes home third. Your feature lineup is set. Tough break for Gary McLean. He's stuck back there in 5th place. Championship entering tonight still mathematically possible, but it doesn't look like it'll happen for Gary McLean this season as he fails to qualify for the main feature. Donald Collette in the 12, taking home the little feature for the last time this season. And I'm sure he'd love to win one more event this year, and that'll be the final event this evening. The Gray Tools Citywide, rather, Gray Tools Budweiser Sportsman feature. Terry Allen, the Hillcrest Towing Chevy Chevelle outside in the 4. It's Jim Tays from the Fredericton area. The 18 car is Tim Strite, the rookie in 3rd. Outside in the 94 car is Jason Power. The 78 is Bob Boucher in the 43 car. We have Matt Hughes, already won a feature this season, would love to make it too. Out of turn 4, feature action in the street stock division. We're going to go racing. 20 cars all fired up out of turn 2. Getting up to speed down the back chute, the 18 car gets loose. Straight drops some positions, cars pushed up in turn 4. 3 wide out of the turn, down the front chute. Brian Quinlan escapes that 3 wide action. The double zero tries to follow him through as well and does so. Tight battle up front. Potter gets in there Constantine, tries to make it 3 wide, no room to go. Venturing where few would dare to adventure. Steve Potter in the 5, backs into Quinlan in the 9. Collects Gosselin, and around he goes. The 9 in the infield, spins it around. Caution flag. Caution is down on the field. The 9 car, round and round he goes. And where he stops is tail end, but there's some debris on the track, and we'll see where they're realigned. Kathy Trites will be in the 92 car. Marcel Maillet will be in the 14, and Junior Chappell in the 68. Out of turn 4, feature action resuming. We're going to go racing. Jim Tays on top. Terry Allen outside in the 2nd position in the 15. Matt Hughes looking for 2nd, going underneath. Allen moving into 2nd. Bob Boucher looking to pull through as well. Getting under Allen in the turn, down the front chute. 3 wide action as they hit the turn. Constantine wisely decides not to go to the outside and holds back to make his move later. Watch the Brian Constantine 3 car. That car is hot tonight. Matt Hughes has assumed the lead from Tays, getting around the low side. 3 wide into the turn. Constantine in the 3. Keeps it out of the wall. What a great piece of driving action from Brian Constantine. Looked at it for a while, but kept it steady. Matt Hughes still on top. Bob Boucher is now 2nd. Steve Potter makes a move for 3rd and takes it up the line. Jim Tays is 4th. Constantine, after that near collision with the wall, has now dropped back. Matt Hughes is in the lead. Bob Boucher Boucher second. Potter is third. Eugene Wiggle off the pace. Hits the infield down the front chute. Matt Hughes looking for his second feature of the season. Crosses the stripe in top spot. Bob Boucher second, but Potter goes around low, moving into second place. Steve Potter, still looking for his first feature, has moved into second position. Will now try to track down the 43 Monte Carlo of Matt Hughes. Steve Potter has his Chevelle moved up to second position, and perhaps would like a restart now. He's got a long way to catch up on the 43. Second and third place cars smoking through the turn. Halfway for the 43. Hughes of construction of Matt Hughes. Getting sideways and into the wall nearly. Terry Allen in the 15 gets back up to speed down the back chute. The slower Regal car out of turn 4, still on top, in command. Steve Potter second in the 5. The third car is Bob Boucher, the 78 automobile. The slower cars, barring a caution, he's got a big lead right now over Potter. It doesn't seem to be evaporating at all. He's holding his lead over the 5 car. Matt Hughes in the 43 gets around the left car of Rick Constantine, putting him a lap down. Potter now makes work of Constantine, goes to the outside. Bob Boucher contending with the Eugene Regal automobile. A big gap between first and third as Matt Hughes crosses the line. Right in front of the leader, the 18 car of Tim Strike gets sideways. Matt Hughes will now go around the 18 car as they come through turn 3-4. Sideways in front of your leader, goes straight to 18. Hughes goes to the outside. Some intense moments for Matt Hughes, trying to pilot the Hughes Home Construction 43 to a victory. Straight all over the track in the 18. Can't hold it straight at all. 2 to go. Let's try it for Matt Hughes in the 33. The lead has closed up to 4 car lengths over Steve Potter. Into the turn, Potter giving it everything he has. Just one more time around as they take the white flag. Matt Hughes on top. Steve Potter is second. Bob Boucher way back in third. In the 33, the Hughes Home Construction car for the last regular season feature of the season, Matt Hughes. Steve Potter comes home in second place. Bob Boucher contending with Rick Constantine is third. Here's your feature winner, Matt Hughes in the 33. Matt Hughes in the 43 with the last regular season feature win this season. And heading pit side now in the 28 car, your unofficial point champion, Dave Oblinas in the 28. Let's have a good hand for Dave Oblinas driving the 28 car, the Arcade Buzzle. I'll get it right, maybe by next year when he's driving in the Sportsman division. Dave Oblinas, your champion. Could we have Robert Hicks to the start-finish line, please? Robert Hicks, we're going to find out who your favorite driver is. As he climbs from his car, let's have a good hand for Matt Hughes in the 43. And we'll get in and get a couple words with Matt in just a moment. He has his picture taken. He looks to be very happy indeed. And maybe he'll be the guy to beat tomorrow in the 200-lap endurance race at 2 p.m. in 43 car with the victory in the street stock division. Congratulations, Matt. Did you think you could hold on that long?
Well, I was wondering. It's another motor that we just put in for this week just to get us around the track, and it seems like it's a pretty good motor, so we can't wait to get her out there in the mechanics race and see what we can do there.
So you're willing to trust your automobile in the mechanics race, or you think it'll be back here tomorrow?
Maybe not, but I guess we got a pretty good driver behind the wheel, so hope for the best.
Who will be driving your car in the mechanics race?
Good friend Sandy McClellan from Havelock area.
Okay, we wish him all the luck and congratulations.
Thank you.
Matt Hughes, winning your street stock feature. Will drive the 92. Jeff Perry will be in the 13 Roger Sears car. Larry Charters will drive the 7. Gilles Leger will be driving as well as Bob DeWolf. And Eric White, out of Corsair, we're going to go racing! LC Beeman on top, Paul Jorgensen outside, a car off the track already, that's Aaron Lewis, side. Oh, cars all getting mixed up in the turn. Yellow flag very early. We're aware that our Pee Wee fan was not here this evening, so we have a new Pee Wee fan. Brandon Patterson, if you're here, come on down. Last call for Brandon Patterson, Pee Wee fan of the night. If you're on hand, come on up to the tower, Brandon. We'll find out who your favorite driver is. Out of 12-4 for the restart. Look at the racing! LC Beeman with the lead, Paul Jorgensen right on the outside of him. Cars all bunched up, looking for that last win of the season. Bob Charters hard into the wall. Caution down one more time. Bob Charters collecting the wall with all he was worth. Cars being slowed down as they pass to the inside. Taking a hard lick up in the turn. Bob Charters. Brandon Patterson, if you're with us tonight, you're tonight's Pee Wee fan. We realize with all the ballots we've gotten from the whole season, so our Pee Wee fan might not be here tonight, so we'll keep drawing until we find someone. So rest assured, we will award that trophy from Eastern Sports this evening. LC Beeman on top, Paul Jorgensen outside. Another brief delay. But with the temperature cooling down, now's your chance with the break in the action to head on down to the canteens. They've got hot chocolate and coffee and tea ready for you, as well as hamburgers, hot dogs, and french fries, and all that great stuff down there. So head down to the canteens in turn 1 and 4. Bob appears to be just fine, and the car heads back pit side. Taylor's Auto Body heads pit side as well. Taylor's Auto Body from Salisbury. Roger Sears inspecting his car. Makes the 13 as they compete in this feature event. They're back-to-back right now, and they will determine who wins the hardware this season for the overall point title in the $4,000 Budweiser Sportsman Point Division. Restart. Up to the Paul Jorgensen on the front row. Green flag. Freeman with the advantage early. Rogers, that's Steve Rogers, gets a bit into the wall. Sees some sparks flying up there. L.C. Beeman with command. Last chance for a win in 95. L.C. Beeman's got a walk on it right now with Paul Jorgensen in second. Jim Dunham is third and Joe Parsons fourth. Aaron Willis, long-time veteran, is fifth. Doug Wright is in sixth place. Down low on Roger Sears. Ken McKenzie putting an exclamation point on it. Passing in third position. Ken McKenzie has moved around Sears. The 85 car is now looking to get around Terry Charters. And appropriately, he's passing the drivers he's competing with for the point title tonight. L.C. Beeman with command of the race. Ken McKenzie with command of the point title. And Ken McKenzie in the 85, I'm sure he doesn't know exactly where he has to be right now, so he's giving it all he has. All he knows is he's going to run as best a race as he can. Joe Parsons gets loose right in front of the cars back in the field, McKenzie and Roger Sears. That was almost a little dangerous for McKenzie in the 85 as he goes down low on Parsons. L.C. Beeman still leading the race. Working their way through the field, led by 33 of Tim Rogers. Terry Rogers in the 6, Ken McKenzie in the 85, and Roger Sears in the 13. Those four cars moving to the front. L.C. Beeman still at the lead though. Doug Wright making a move on Lewis for fourth. Beeman is not running away with this one. Jorgensen right in his mirror as they come through fourth. Wade has made the move on Lewis and moved into first place. Perhaps he's making a charge to the front as well. Time running out on Roger Sears. Going underneath Adam Pond as Dom gets into the wall in the back chute. Lots of dust and sparks coming from that car as L.C. Beeman takes the halfway marker. 12 down, 13 to go for L.C. Beeman in the 14. Doug Wright, who made a big move in an earlier event on the second last lap, has moved up on Paul Jorgensen. Perhaps he's the one to challenge for the lead. Tim Rogers moves around Adam Pond, followed by Terry Charters and Ken McKenzie. Roger Sears elects to take the railway, but there's nowhere to move there, so he wisely gets in the high groove. A slower car in front of the leader, LC Beam, and Doug White has made his move for second. Taking over the second spot from Jorgensen. Jorgensen looks to do the switcheroo and get underneath, but can't do it. Now Doug White will track down your leader, LC Beeman, as they cross the line one more time. Bob Charters has rejoined the field from the pit area. As he heads down the front chute, Bob Charters rejoining the field. Doug White appears to have the stronger car. Does he have enough time to get around the 14? The 14 of Beeman and Doug White in the 92. This is shaping up to be a big finish, as LC Beeman in the 14 leads right across the line. The slower car of Collette in the 12, right ahead of those two cars. Side by side now, at Beeman and White. Ken McKenzie still being pursued by Roger Sears as they work through the field. Tim Rogers with a great run. That car's for sale, and he's trying to show you how good it is. He's trying to go around Jim Dunham now for position, but Steve Biddington goes down low. The slower car gets in front of Doug White, but Doug White has assumed the lead of the feature event. Doug White taking over the lead from LC Beeman as they head down the back chute around Collette in the 12. Tim Rogers making a move for fourth place around Dunham on the outside. Ken McKenzie stays comfortably in front of Roger Sears. He's heading towards the 1995 point title with 2 to go. 2 more laps of the 1995 season for Doug White in the 92. Ken McKenzie making some contact in turn 1. He's just got to hold it steady now. One more time around. Doug White in the 92. A big night on the last night of the season. Tim Rogers moves into third place. Down the back chute, Doug White taking it home to victory. Out of turn 4, Doug White in the 92. LC Beeman second, Tim Rogers is third, Paul Jorgensen fourth, and Jim Dunham is fifth. We remind you to stay tuned for the mechanics race coming up in the street stock division, followed by the mechanics race in the sportsman class. Doug White in the Hillcrest Towing 92 takes home the victory for the last time this season in the sportsman division. If you are leaving us now, we remind you that tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m. we have a 200-lap endurance race in the street stock division. As well, there will be a Wreckham race, a demolition derby following that event. So we remind you to be on hand for that. John Ginter, if you're on hand with us tonight, you're tonight's Pee Wee fan of the night. John Ginter, if you could come down to the start-finish line, please. Well, we finally got a Pee Wee fan tonight, and what's your name?
John Ginter.
John Ginter, I said it wrong. Who's your favorite driver, John?
85.
85, Ken McKenzie? 85, Ken McKenzie? Okay. We're going to have the 85 of Ken McKenzie come out shortly for the Pee Wee fan of the night. And as coincidence would have it, he unofficially is your sportsman champion in 1995.
I'm doing a baseball.
Doug White piloting his car home tonight for victory in the sportsman division. The Hillcrest Towing and Recovery automobile. Other sponsors of that car include Steel Mart. Let's have a good hand for Doug White as he climbs from his automobile. On behalf of the sportsman drivers, we wish to thank you for being on hand all this season long and witnessing the great racing action at River Glade Speedway in the sportsman division, sponsored by Budweiser. McNevin Excavation of Moncton, also a sponsor on that car.
Here's Dave McNevin of McNevin Excavation is here. I want to thank them very much. There they are over there, smiling. And I'd like to say thanks to the pit crew because they've done an awful lot of work all summer, and without them we just wouldn't have been able to do it.
You had a great run there. You were hung up in third for a while, but you finally got around and made a challenge for the lead. You had a really strong car tonight. Did it feel good tonight or what?
Yeah, it's been getting better as the season came on there. I got a little better and things got working a little better, and then here we are. This is what we finally been waiting for.
And he lets me know this is his first feature win in a sportsman car at River Glade Speedway. So congratulations again to Doug White for taking home the victory. We've got a question here. I guess it's kind of a round of applause thing. Does everyone think Doug needs a haircut?
No! Thank you.
The Dave's Auto Works automobile taking home the victory in the final feature this season. And we're going to have the Gray Tools Mechanics race coming up in the Street Stock division. We'll also need Ken McKenzie in the 85 for the Fury fan of the night.
Over here. Big John, well.
The Mechanics race set to come out on the grid. And we'll let you know who those drivers are in just a moment.
Unless he won a race.
For anyone who's never witnessed the mechanics race before, it can be very interesting. Some of these drivers are experienced and some are not. So you never know what's going to happen. Personally, I can't believe the drivers would give their car to someone that's hardly ever been in the race car before. But that's their prerogative. Hopefully it'll still be intact for tomorrow's 200-lap endurance race. With Mr. McKenzie, the unofficial champion for 1995. Ken, were you aware of the situation as the feature unfolded that you already had the lock on the point title?
No, we just sort of keeping an eye on everybody, and we got nothing left. This one goes to the boneyard. We're going to get a new one.
So you brought her home on its last legs. Anyhow, do you want to mention some of your sponsors tonight?
Yeah, I want to thank everybody. Homestead Restaurant, Mac Tools, Taylor Auto Body, Apple Auto Glass, Oblinus Auto Body. I'd like to thank my dad and my grandmother for buying all the tires. Thanks.
The point champion this season, Ken McKenzie. Let's have a good hand for Ken McKenzie in 1995. And we'll see you at the awards banquet. Very emotional, very excited. Ken McKenzie with the victory in the sportsman division in 1995. And I'm getting out of the way of these guys because I don't know what they're going to do. I'm going to head up onto the tower and let you know who's in these cars. The Polish victory lap for Ken McKenzie, heading around into turn 4 first. Well deserved indeed for the 85 car. The 92 is Kathy Treitz. And back in the 15 car, we have Joel Allward. The 2 is being driven by Ray Totten. The 62 car is piloted tonight by Danny Goslin. The 9 being driven by Danny Oblanis, and the 17 is Star Strite. Someone with a little experience here, and the 14 car, that's Marcel Maillet.
17 or 18?
The 18 car is Jimmy LeBlanc. And outside in the 00, Troy Allen. Back in the field in the 68 car, it's Junior Chappell. And rounding out the field in the 43, it's Sandy McClellan. So we'll see how these drivers do as they see some of them for the first time their first green flag. Maybe this will inspire some of them to be here in 96 with their own ride. Out of 4-4, a mechanics race by Glade Tools underway. Imagine what's going through some of these drivers' minds for the first time in actual competition, heading these turns in that pack of cars. Surprisingly enough, they all make the first lap unscathed as the 92 car drops back. The 03 of Derek Jones with your lead in this event for Glade Tools. The 9 gets into the 03, around he goes. Danny Oblanis in the 9, around and round he goes. Perhaps he was watching how Brian Quinlan drove that car earlier, taking pointers and spun him around. Derek Jones continues to lead, but he's being challenged now to the outside. Ray Totten takes over top position. Derek Jones is second. Danny Goslin is third. Ray Totten in the 2. In the 2 car, very high, coming out of 4. Leads him around one more time. Ray Totten crosses the stripe one more time in the 2. The Oblanis Roofing and Siding Metro automobile. Driving Charlie Lewis's ride, looking for a victory in the mechanics race tonight. Ray Totten in the 2. And with the victory, Star Stride in the 17. To remind you, we're going to have the sportsman drivers in just a moment. And they'll be on hand. The sportsman cars for the next event. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big hand for rookie driver Steve Pettipaw in the bicycle division.
He took your bike for a drive. Yeah.
Star Strike brings it home. A little experience paying off in the mechanics race for Gray Tools. And it's Eric Boutour. In the 8, Barry Manette. The 3 car is Bruce Randall. In the 14, we have Mark Beeman. Mark Beeman. In the 42, Mark Beeman, I believe he was also the winner tonight in the 50-50 draw, so he's going to try to make it a double night and take home a win here. Ed Floyd's driving the 42, a car he sponsors, so he'll probably be very careful with that one. The 30 is Keith Lewis. A 93 car is Andy Humberger. In the 55, we have Mike Maddell. Blaine Parsons is in the 29. The 53 is Morris Hashi. Earl Wright is driving the 94, and 44 is Bill Smith. In the 92, we have Alan Halfpenny, and the 13 is Jeff Perry. Larry Charters is driving the 7. Although I don't see it out there right now, so I guess he's not. Eric Hoyt is in the 50. And Joe Lejeune in the 11. Bob DeWolf's driving the 99. And one more time around under the caution flag. Give these drivers a chance to get familiar with the turns. And ladies and gentlemen, a bit unceremoniously, this is your last chance to see these cars this season, the Sportsman Division, at Glade Speedway. We invite you to head to Miramichi City Speedway later in the season. Check their schedule for the upcoming events or give them a call. They're in the book. There's still great racing action going on up there, as well as the racing events tomorrow. Green flag this time. We're going to go racing. The Gray Tools Mechanics race underway with Eric Boutour in the 1 with the early lead. The 6 car getting all hung up in the back of the field. I believe Larry Charters would be driving the 6 car. We'd have to check for confirmation on that, but I believe Larry Charters is probably in the 6. Joe Parsons, 24, off the pace, piloted by Blaine Parsons. Ed Floyd in the 42. And Eric Boutour in the 1, followed by the 8 car, driven by Barry Manette. Ed Floyd holding nothing back in that 42 car he sponsors. Ed Floyd excavating, 42. Barry Manette challenging the 1 car of Eric Boutour. Oh, and Ed Floyd gets into the wall. Tried to rub his name off the side of that car. Got into the wall in the back shoe. and the 11 got off the pace in the infield. Back up the speed down the backstretch. Ed Floyd in the 42. Bruce Randall has moved up now, challenging Couture in the 1 car. Ed Floyd continues to hold command out of the turn. Halfway this time for Ed Floyd in the 42. Halfway. Flags are up. These drivers are halfway through the final event of the season for them in 1995. A little more thunderwork going on in the back chute for the 42 car. Now being challenged by Bruce Randall in the 3. The 11 is Joe Legere. He's down on the 3. They get together. The 11 of Legere heads to the infield. Taking a bit of a shortcut, but it didn't work too well for him as he heads back in the field. Caution is down with a car spun in turn 1-2. Caution flag is down. Ed Floyd Excavating, Pontiac Grand Prix on top. Well, that car's won a feature this season when it was piloted by Steve Rogers. Now Ed Floyd is trying to take it home in the mechanics race. Green flag this time. Ed Floyd leading them around into turn 1. Some contact with the 3 car. The 11 gives him a little bump from the back, too. Heavy contact that time with the 42 car. Ed Floyd, your leader, into the wall. I can only imagine what Steve Rogers is thinking right now as he sees his car into the wall. He knows what that looks like. He's been there before himself. But Ed Floyd, the car's sponsor, takes it hard into the wall of the back chute. Bruce Randall in the 3. And the 11 is Gilles Legere. That's your front row for the restart. In the 93, we have Andy Hellberger. Out of turn 4. One more time. Let's see if we can do it this time. Green flag is down. We're going to go racing. A 3 and the 11 battling into the turn. Bruce Randall, Gilles Legere. Randall takes the 3 into the turn. Legere gives him a little tap. I think these guys have done this before. Down the front chute. Bruce Randall in the 3. Together, Bruce Randall in the 3 gets off into the infield. The 11 car pulls through Gilles Legere for the lead. Randall sits up in the turn. There goes victory from his cross, but we're going to have 2 to go next time by for the 11. The 11 of Gilles Legere taking over command with a big lead now. A straightaway lead. We get another car off the pace. That's Lewis in the 30. Keith Lewis in the infield. The other cars plow into them. 44 gets around. And they all slow down to the turn. Yes, gentlemen, the yellow flag means the same as a caution light when you're on the road. To slow them down. The 93 and 8 stuck together. They unhooked themselves. Looks like they'll be able to get back into the action, if they want to, that is. They might be having second thoughts right now, and I'll bet there's a lot of anxious drivers in the pit area. The crowd continues to grow along the back wall in the pits. Keith Lewis fires her up down the front chute. Into the very first turn, so keep your eye on the 11, which is driven by Jules Leger, and the 1 of Eric Vautour. We encourage all of these gentlemen to build their own car and be here in 1996 in either the street stock or sportsman divisions. The 92 car having some trouble getting refired. Perhaps Doug White used up the last legs on that car in the feature. The pre-drivers meeting will be taking place September 20th at the Salisbury Lions Club. That's to discuss rule changes, modifications to be considered before the actual implementation of the rules. So for more information, call the track or check your program. And that'll be the first drivers meeting to get ready for the 96 season. We especially want to remind you, if you're interested in entering the truck division, we hope to have a new truck division next year, but we have to see if the interest is there first. At 8 p.m. on the 20th of September, there will be a meeting for the new class being considered. If you've seen the super trucks on TV and you think you'd be interested in racing a truck, then be there at the meeting, 8 p.m. September 20th. 92 being pushed pit side. He may be out of fuel in that car. Couldn't get it refired at all. And driving Joel Parsons' car. And in Dan Duke's 50, we have Eric Hoyt. So here we go. Trying to get him lined up one more time for a 3-lap dash to the finish. Out of turn 4. The 11 of Jules Leger leads into the green flag. We're going to go racing. No, we're not. We're going to have another caution flag. Strider deeming those cars were not lined up properly. And as soon as Jules Leger sees the yellow light, he'll slow his car down. Caution flag is on the speedway. Anxious in the 11 car. We'll get some instructions from our starting crew. Although he does set the pace, it was deemed that the field was not aligned properly, and he was way out in front. So we'll have a restart to make it fair for everyone. A bit over anxious with 3 laps to go for Jules Leger in the 11. Shediac brakes, Buick Regal. Steve Biddington's car is on top under the command tonight of Jules Leger. This time they're holding their line through turn 3 and out of 4. Very slow. Green flag is down for Jules Leger in the 11. Into turn 1, it's Leger and Vautour, side by side. Bang! A big backfire, startled everyone in the tower. We're okay, and so is Jules Leger. He's jumped out to the big lead. Over Vautour with 2 to go. 2 more turns around for Leger. It didn't make any difference that he jumped the start. He's just got the better car with a better handling or something right now, because he's got the 10-car length lead over Eric Vautour in the 1. One more time for the 11. Jules Leger in the 11. Looking for a victory with half a lap remaining. But Gray Tools night comes to an end at Glade Speedway. The final points night of 1995, and the last checkered flag goes to Joe Leger in the 11. The cars file through in order to finish off the mechanics race for Gray Tools. A beautiful set of Gray Tools will go to the winner, Joe Leger in the 11. We remind you to be here tomorrow for the last two checkers of the season, the 200 lap endurance race. Be a demolition derby following that. It's always exciting, so be sure to be on hand tomorrow. Once again, we thank you for being on hand this evening, and we ask you to take great caution when you enter the Trans-Canada Highway. There are lots of cars traveling at high rates of speed, especially with this being holiday weekend, so be very careful as you enter the highway tonight. And thank you for being with us, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Gilles Leger and crew on hand, comes home for victory for Gray Tools. Oh, let's have a big hand for Gilles Leger in the 11. If you are heading to the pit area, we ask you to use great caution when you are over there. There are automobiles moving around and so on. Lots of broken parts, broken glass, and hot tires. So be careful over there in the pit area when you do go through.
Cindy, what are you doing out there? Perfect, get out of there.